Hey guys, it's Fowler. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about the second episode of Daredevil Season 2, specifically about Foggy. I don't know how much spoilers I'm going to be going into in this episode about the actual plot elements, but there will be probably spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, go watch it, then come back, watch the video. Yes, of course, I should be talking about the Punisher, and I will in some videos to come. This episode, we saw the Punisher more in light. We actually saw him say some lines. We had a cool pawn shop scene with him. And then there was another big fight with Daredevil at the end. But I wanted to take this time to actually, I don't know if I will in future episodes, I want to talk about Foggy right now. Eldon Henson's character on the show, Matt Murdock's partner in Nelson and Murdock, he's such a great character. They could have easily turned this character into the best friend, rotund comic relief on the side, and he does provide that. There is a comic relief element to him, but he feels like a fully fleshed out character on the show. He's smart, he's resourceful, and specifically this episode, when he stands up to the district attorney, Reyes, and fights for his client's right. A lot of this episode actually had to deal with Foggy and Karen and Grotto, and his case and protecting him and getting him into WITSEC and what he would have to provide as information, what he would have to do. He wound up having to wear a wire, and it turned out to be a whole sort of backhanded Punisher bait thing in the end. But and this also goes back to the premiere, and I didn't write about it in my premiere review because it was sort of an advance review and I didn't go into any spoilers. But even when Foggy went into that Dogs of Hell lair, his courage and his sort of intelligence and his loyalty really help him stand out as a character on a superhero show who I could watch without any other characters around. I could watch Foggy have a scene with anybody, and I will be very invested and interested in it. And I think that's a very important element to note on Daredevil, is that the supporting cast is sometimes I'm more interested and invested in their scenes than I am with Matt Murdock's scenes. So I really wanted to call that out here and why I think he's such a strong character. That moment when he seemed like he was going to shrink in front of Reyes and then turned around and sort of put her in her place a little bit and stood up for his client's rights, that was almost as much of a crowd-pleasing moment for me as a fight scene between Daredevil and Punisher, which was awesome. I'm not going to downplay that. But so I just want to take this time to acknowledge Foggy Nelson, say what a great character he is on the show, and also add that I like that they're not playing him coming out of season 1, now that Karen seems to be drawn to Matt, maybe they're going to sort of wind up together at some point this season, that they're not playing Foggy off as sort of the jealous, jilted type because maybe he had feelings for Karen back in season 1. They're not doing that here. He's just kind of like, well, that's what Matt does. You know, maybe it's a little more depressing than I'm making it out, because maybe Foggy's just sort of resigned to that at this point, Matt stealing all the women. But I do like that he's not sort of being bitter about it. But yeah, you could read my written review on the site on IGN, and feel free to leave comments. What do you think of Foggy? And stay tuned to IGN for all the Daredevil reviews. We're going to be knocking them out really quickly this weekend, so stay tuned for that.